When I turn around, I just hear boom. So I was like, what the hell is that? So by the time I was to turn around again, I hear boom. So I'm like, I'm looking at the light post, cause you know sometimes the transformers bust.
Yeah.
So I'm looking up at the light post. That time I got shot twice already, and I didn't even notice. So I'm looking up at the transformer, and I was like, don't see nothing. And I asked him, I was like, what's that? And he took 2 steps back, and that's when I seen the spark. The third shot, boom. So I looked at him, and I was like, what you doing? And I seen another shot, boom. In my mind, it's like this not real. I don't even know exactly what to think, what to do, nothing. I'm just looking, I'm like, until finally I said, you're trying to shoot me? But I said it like, comically, like if it was a joke. You understand? Because
Because the
remember,
pain hasn't sunk in as yet.
right, and me and nobody didn't have nothing for this to happen. So I was like laughing, like, what you trying to do? Shoot me? Cause I'm taking it as a joke. Because I'm like, okay, if he shot me, I wouldn't even stand up here talking. You understand? So him step back again. And then when he stepped back, I seen the gun in his hand. My instincts now was rush him.
Show breadcrumbs. I'm catch up there. I'm catch up there.
Good day again, my people. Welcome back to Make a Reason. Tonight, guests, we have Sonny. Sonny's story is quite an interesting one. So, like 50 Cent, if you ask me, but I think he should tell his own truth, tell his own piece, tell his own story. Sonny, the
Yeah.
floor is yours. Tell us how it all started.
All right. Me personally, I'm an entrepreneur, right? I sell phones, I do tattoos. I used to do spearfishing and sell fish, lobsters, those type of things. I would used to try to get little bikes and buy a bike and sell them back. Make a little money. I was doing pretty good for myself in Negril. Honest to God, I was doing really, really good in Negril. And, you know, I tell everybody already, Negril is not a bed of roses. Negril is very bad mind. And it's getting worse and worse. It's not really Negril people. You understand? It's like nobody don't want to see you make it in Negril. If you make it in Negril, you become a threat to people. You understand? I'm not gonna call names. I'm not gonna pinpoint. I'm not gonna do none of that. Just like I talk it straight, because people feel to be, you know, resilient about what I'm doing in life, but also vigilant on who's around them. You understand?
Real talk, you have to
Um,
protect your points.
right. So, you know, cut to the chase. January 28th at 7. Let me give it a. It
This
was about
January,
no January last year. At
okay, 22, January
yeah,
2022. Okay.
right. At 7, I was 7:20. It was either 7:23 or 7:24. One of them. Um, I was there sitting waiting on my baby mother. My daughter wasn't born as yet. My last daughter wasn't born as yet. I was there waiting on my baby mother to come home. I went outside, and a guy came up and he was like, he wanted a tattoo because he explained to me years before, that he wanted a tattoo. And I said, yeah, no problem. I gave him a price. He asked for a discount. I gave him a discounted price. He pulled up on a bike and came in my yard. First time he ever come in my yard. You understand? Him and
Oh,
the friend.
you do the tattoo at your personal home.
Right. You understand?
Okay,
I have a shop at my house. So
okay.
he pull up with another guy. Him come off the bike and the other guy, you know, go for ride the bike. Him come in my yard and like I said, him don't really know my yard. Him don't really know the setup or nothing. Somebody told him, but him don't really, like he never had a full understanding because my property is very big. Um, him come and him call my name a couple of times, but he don't see me. So I was like, you know, acknowledge him. I was like, here I am right here. He got kind of spooked, like frightened and jump. he came over to me now, and you know, I was there playing a video game on my phone, Call of Duty Mobile to be exact. Um, shit, my daughter waking up. After that, he told me, he's like, oh, I came for the tattoo. I explained to him that time was kind of too late. You understand? This is family time now. He tell me, if he don't get the tattoo, he might go spend the money. Shit. Hold on 1 second. China,
No problem.
China, come for Deja. All right, mama. Check out Deja. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, man.
So I explained to him that, you know, family matters now, family time, you know. So he was like, oh man, if I don't get the tattoo today, I'm gonna spend the money, I'm gonna blow the money, then I'm not gonna be able to get my tattoo. So I was like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you two options. One, you can leave the money and you come for the tattoo early in the morning. Or two, I could do the line work on the tattoo, but I'm not gonna do no other work on the tattoo until tomorrow if the tattoo is not too stale. He said, no problem, do the line work. So I said, all right, when I'm finished playing the game, we can start the tattoo. He started asking me to play PUBG and this. I was like, I don't really play PUBG to that. And he was like, yo, man, you have to play PUBG later. And got me in my comfort zone now talking about video game. So
Yeah.
I said, all right, later on, me and you play a couple of matches in PUBG. You're like, all right, give me your PUBG name. I'll give you my name and this and that. I said, no problem. Make a long story short, my game, the match ended at exactly 8:01. My match end because I checked the time and I was like, oh, my baby mother don't reach it. So I said, all right, come on, let me start this tattoo. When I got up, I turned around. Uh, he was like literally right in front of me. Like I could hold up my hand and touch the dude. So when I turned around, I said, come on. When I turned around, I just hear boom. So I was like, what the hell is that? So by the time I was to turn around again, I hear boom. So I'm like, I'm looking at the light post, because you know, sometimes the transformers bust.
Yeah.
So I'm looking up at the light post. That time I got shot twice already, and I didn't even notice. So I'm looking up at the transformer, and I was like, don't see nothing. And I asked him, I was like, what's that? And he took 2 steps back, and that's when I seen the spark. The third shot, boom. So I looked at him, and I was like, what you doing? And I seen another shot, boom. In my mind, it's like this not real. I don't even know exactly what to think, what to do, nothing. I'm just looking, I'm like, until finally I said, you're trying to shoot me? But I said it like, you know, comically, like if it was a joke. You understand? Because
Because the
remember,
pain hasn't sunk in as yet.
right, and me and nobody didn't have nothing for this to happen. So I was like laughing, like, what you trying to shoot me? Cause you know, I'm taking it as a joke. Because I'm like, okay, if he shot me, I wouldn't even stand up here talking. You understand? So him step back again. And then when he stepped back, I seen the gun in his hand. My instincts now was rush him. So I rushed
Mm-hmm.
towards him now and try to grab him. Before I could even reach, he just boom, 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 boom. Just rounds after rounds after rounds. So, you know, I turn around now and I've said, all right, let me grab the machete by my door or something. So when I go to turn around to grab the machete, you know, the machete drop and I rush him again and him drop. The gun drop out of his hand and that's when I got the last shot in my foot. Keep in mind, I don't know that I'm getting shot. My daughter was like, leave my father alone. I start throwing some little stones at him.
Yeah, your daughter was in
My, da-
in the vicinity?
my daughter was right there. You understand? And she was like, leave my father alone. Because she had to even get counseling and those type of things. She was like, leave my father alone and throwing stone at him. And I'm trying to tell her,
How old is your daughter? If you
she's
don't mind me
seven.
asking.
She's seven
Okay,
now.
go
Yeah, she
ahead.
was 6 at the time. So, you know, I was like, run. And then him run off now. When he reached out by my gate, I hear the other dude say, is he dead? He said, he have to dead. So I'm like, go for my keys. You know, I'm telling my daughter, go for my keys so I could jump on my bike and run him down or something. You understand? My daughter was like, Daddy, you're bleeding. And I was like, maybe, you know, I scratched my hand or something, baby. She was like, no, you're bleeding in your chest. When I look, I just seen blood spraying, just spraying and spraying and spraying. So I was like, shit.
Oh,
So I said, get me a towel. And then I started feeling really the worst part of being shot. I started getting really hot, like somebody light me on fire. I just couldn't take it. So I said, go in the fridge and get a big thing of ice water bring come. Not to drink, you know, but just to throw it on myself because I'm telling you, I was burning up. So I held the towel against she didn't get a towel, she brought a sheet. I held the sheet against my chest and she threw the water on me. I stumbled, went in the house. I started seeing a lot of little, you know, the little blinking things, the little white
Blinky. Yeah,
things.
man.
Right,
You're about to pass out. Mm-hmm.
right. I started seeing thousands of them. When I went into the house, I was like, turn on the fan. Keep in mind, I still haven't fell on the ground as yet. So I'm standing there and she turned on the fan and I sat down in the settee and I was like, get some more water and throw it on my head. And she went and she brought me the phone and she's like, Daddy, somebody want to talk to you. So when I got on the phone, that's when I realized I could barely talk. I was like, hello, but I was like, hello. So I was like, what the hell happened to my voice? And I was like, hello. And they said, yeah, this is the police. Someone said, police. How the hell police call my phone? So when I realized, no, she called the police. You understand?
Oh,
Right. So they asked me, what happened if I called? And I was like, you know, yeah, I called, you know, and I started explaining to them. I was like, I got shot in my chest. They were like, where are you? And I explained it to them. They said, okay, there's a patrol on the road. They'll be there shortly. It was the fastest in my life I ever see police reach somebody. When the police reached, it was tons of them. They came, they passed my house. My daughter had to run all the way out of the house and go on the main road. And, you know, because I live on the main road, turned back around. I was still on the phone trying to talk, but I was, you know, running out of ear. And I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, why am I running out of ear light? But because I go spearfishing and I could hold my breath long period of time, I just didn't panic and I just took sips of air, sips of air. And I held my breath, took sips of air, held my breath, took sips. So when the police came now, they was like, he's not gonna make it. And I was
Oh,
like, what you mean? I only got shot one time. He said, no, bro, you got shot a lot of times. You got numerous gunshot puncture wounds. I'm like, no, I only got shot once. So another police was like, man, he's strong. He can make it. He can make it. He was like, not where he got shot. He's not gonna make it. So they started asking me if I could get up. The ambulance is coming. When I tried to get up, that was it, bro. I was just weak, like literally weak. So the ambulance came. They came. They started putting some little white patches all over me, and they was like, he's not gonna make it. So they tried to rush me to Sablomar Hospital. On the way, they stopped and said, is he gone? And the lady was like, no, just hold my hand and squeeze my hand. Just keep squeezing my hand. That way I know that you're alive. And I was like, I'm fine. And she was like, how the hell are you still awake? And I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm fine. I went to Sablomar. They came in. They told me, make peace with God because I'm not going to make it. That's what they told me inside. They were like, make peace with God because you're not going to make it. So I was like, why the hell everybody keep telling me this? So a nurse came and the nurse was like, this is a serious matter. Make peace with God. I could pray with you if you want me to because you're still alive. This is serious. And I was like, yeah, I understand, but I'll be all right. So another doctor came and he was like, I got to cut your side and let out the blood because you're drowning. You got your lungs is punctured. So I was like, all right, cool, do what you got to do. And he was like, why haven't you blocked out? And I was like, I don't know. He cut me. That shit, bro, never again. Never. I think that was the worst pain I ever experienced in my life. He just cut me through my ribs raw, pushed this big
whoa.
old holes inside of me.
No, no anesthetic?
Nothing. They said they couldn't give me nothing. It's an emergency. They just had to do it.
Wow.
So, I was there. I couldn't even scream. I was trying to scream. I couldn't even scream. I held on. Then I don't. I don't remember like even going into surgery. I just remember that I woke up in this river, and there was like thousands of people in the river. Thousands
In a
in a river. There was like
river.
thousands.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there was like thousands of people, and I'm there in the river, and I can't move. I can't do nothing except talk. And I see my father. My father was like, "Look, you gotta fight because if you don't fight and you go on the banking, you're not gonna come back." And I was like, "I can't fight because I can't move." And he was like, "You gotta fight. I can't help you. You gotta fight." And everybody was there with like I guess their family or whatever, and telling their family to fight. And I couldn't fight. Every time I try to fight, this current, it's like electricity. It just keep hitting me, keep hitting me. So my legs wasn't working, my arms wasn't working. I couldn't even move my neck. Nothing was working. And I was like, "Dad, I can't." And he was like, "You're my only son. I'm not gonna let you go." And he was like, "I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm not gonna let you go." This is what I vividly remember. I don't know if
Is
my
your
mind played.
question, quick question, not to cut you, but quick question. Is your father still alive?
No, he's dead.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, he died of COVID. Um,
Right.
so he was like, "I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm not gonna let you go. You're my only son. I'm not gonna let you go." And he dragged me. And when he dragged me, it's like I don't know how much hours I was in a coma or what, but when I woke up, I had tubes in my both of my sides, tubes down my throat, tubes in my nose. I was on like 3, 4, 5 machine, and this nurse that I knew, she was there and she, came by me and grabbed my hand and like you could feel my hand. I couldn't even say yes. I couldn't talk. I couldn't move. I just blinked my eyes like, trying to tell her yes. I feel your arm, your hand, and she was like, "Welcome back. I knew you were strong. I knew you would make it." And she said, "But you're not out of the woods yet." So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, "What is she talking about?" And she was like, "You crashed." And I was like, I'm trying to, talk, but I can't talk. I'm like, when I tell her I didn't crash, I got shot. But as she kept speaking, I understand what she was saying. She was like, "You died. You was dead for a good period of time." You understand? Because she said, thanks to modern medication and good doctors, they didn't give up on you. They brought you back because they said you was a fighter. You know.
Whoa.
So she said, I did. I think at the time, I think it was one heart surgery because I got shot in my heart. One of the shot tore my heart. Um, they removed my spleen. They removed my gallbladder. Gunshot tore that up. Gunshot tore up my lungs. Um, my hand, it's all right now. It's just numb. It's still numb, like nerve damage, but it's okay. It's not like it's bend or nothing like
Yeah.
that. I got shot in my hand twice, my foot. And
How much
it was
shots was it
like
total? In total?
seven shots.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the odds was against me because doctors they keep saying it. Even when I still go to my doctor visit, they were like, "I don't know how you live." You know, nobody to get shot in their heart and live. I don't know how, but you need to praise God. And I'm like, I understand because before, to be honest with you, Father Epic, I wasn't really like the godly type of person, but I wasn't no Satan type of person. I always like do good, try to help people. Yeah, I did bullshit. I got blamed for bullshit. All that shit. But at the end of the day, I always consider myself a very kind and good person, and that's the kind of person that a lot of people talk about me till today. You understand? But
Yeah.
even a couple of days ago, I had a mild heart attack. This is like the fourth one now. And they was like, "Oh, you
Oh.
need to get a new heart because your heart is heavily scarred." and they try to keep me in the hospital. They try to put me back on machine, but I wasn't having it because it's only me, you know, and it's my kids, and I'm the only person that could, you know, as much as I'm not even supposed to be doing what I'm doing, I still gotta try to make sure that they could eat. That I mean, we in a one bedroom. You know, I'm not gonna really disclose the location, but I don't have my house in Negril because detectives telling me, oh, I don't think you should come back here even for a while, or let's try to figure out what's going on. And it's uncomfortable. I can't do what I used to do to make money. It's just it's just
It's
messed up.
stressful. Stressful. It
Yeah,
sounds
you
stressful.
understand? And at the end of the day, I just want the world to know you can't trust people. You don't have to do nothing to nobody for people to hate you. You could just be yourself and people's gonna hate you. You could do good and people's gonna hate you. You could do bad and people's gonna hate you. You understand? You and people can have common grounds. People's gonna hate you. You get me?
So,
But
question before we move too far. What
yeah,
did the police? Cause that was from last year. You said what's the
yeah.
police follow up like? What's going on from the police side?
Um, they don't they don't know who's who. You understand? They don't really know who's who. A few people got arrested. They asked me, is it them? It's not them. So I was like, no, it's not them. But that's basically it. I mean, there's nothing. Really, there's nothing. That's the thing. There's nothing. You get me?
So that not leave a sense of paranoia to not know where it comes from, because you stated clearly that you didn't have any enemy.
Right, right. You
Or not to
understand?
your knowledge, I should say. Not to your knowledge.
Right,
'Cause
because
obviously you did, so not to your knowledge, you don't have any
right,
enemy.
not to my common knowledge, I didn't have any form of enemy. I'm still questioning. Every day I question. I'm like, why did this happen to me? I can't. It's like you know I can't live a normal life like I used to. I can't run. I can't do certain things that I used to. It's that's gone. My last doctor visit, I asked them, I'm like, okay, maybe a year from now, maybe 2 years, maybe they said no, you will never ever be able to do certain things that you used to do. You understand?
So
Because
basically you can't go diving anymore because it's your heart and your lungs, so
right,
obviously not.
right. I mean, the other day, to be honest with you, the other day I went diving. I went, you know, but I didn't go deep, and I was in the water a very long time. This is the first that I've done it from I got shot, and I went diving because I had asked the doctor, and he was like, he don't really advise it, but if
You
I
can
do
try and
do
see
it,
how it
yeah,
feel.
right. Don't go far, don't go by myself, and don't go too deep. And I didn't. And that's the same night I went to the hospital, and they told me that that was a result of it. My heart was shutting down on me.
Wow.
Yeah,
As a result of the dive,
right,
it pressured your heart that much.
right.
Wow.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like I just gotta, share this with people, let people know, you know, how life is. Like a lot of us, we don't understand because we don't feel it. We might see things on TV. We might see things on the news. Oh, these people got killed. Oh, those people get shot. It don't affect you because it's not you. It's not people you know. It's not your loved ones. But the same thing make you smile can make you cry. So you have to look at life and take it for what it is. Nobody's not hurting you except the ones that you say you love. And that's just how the world is running right now because I'm 1,001% sure that this happened behind somebody that I'm good with or that I love. I want to share this also. When I got shot, I'm not going to call no names. Certain family members wanted me dead. They wanted me to die because they wanted my stuff. I have million
Okay.
dollars. I had $1 million worth of stuff. Half of that stuff, I don't even know where it's at right now. I don't really have anything right now. Stuff is just missing. It's gone. I don't know where it went. I guess what they say, the owner came for it,
The
I
owner
guess.
them come for it. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
you
that
understand?
rich.
Right. Because when I was in the hospital, they was like, oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. Oh, I
So
want that.
everybody thought you was gonna pass away.
You understand? So just keep your eye open, world. Keep your eye open. And, no matter how cool you is somebody, that cool is not cool enough. Because if you give somebody $1,000 every single day, them ask if you $100 and you give them $1,000, the one day you tell them you don't have it, they will kill you. They will plot against you. Mhm. That is the real world we're living in now. Yeah, I know people gonna be like, oh, why did you go on that and this and that and here and there? But let me tell you this, man. We have one life. We have one life. Not wrong nobody. I have my kids them to live for. You understand? So I don't wrong people. I'm not a scammer. I'm not a thief. I'm not a wrongdoer. The only thing people used to say, oh, I'm full of woman. You understand? And people gonna always talk what them don't know because if you walk with a woman, are you a woman?
Are you woman? Real talk.
You understand? So at the end of the day, I didn't have nothing to prove to nobody. You see me with a bike today, you see me with the next bike tomorrow, I work hard and when buy that. And then take that from me. Then take that from me. So then when you want me to suffer, yes, me I suffer. When I think I talk about it, I wouldn't even mind if it was just money I was suffering behind. Yeah, I suffer. I go through pain every single day. There is not a day
So,
I don't feel pain.
so you're still on meds then, basically.
Yeah, for the rest of my life.
Damn.
For the rest of my life. Sometimes I can't even stomach to swallow them to the amount of pills. Yeah, you understand? But I mean, it is what it is. I hate that it happened to me in my older age. Maybe my body could recuperate a little better, but you know, in this age group that I'm in now, nothing. It's not gonna work, you know. But I'm just thankful I'm still here, you know, still around my kids. I get to see my last child born. See, she just started walking. It's a year now, year and a couple of months. But it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad how people could just be so corrupt, so quick to just take a life or try to take a life. There's no reasoning again. There's no, oh, I don't like what you did, or oh, this or that. There's none of that. There's none of that. It's just a wild, wild west right now. You know, it's like Jamaica just full of anger, full of hurt. And I want to tell you, nobody's not oppressing nobody. You're oppressing yourself. Because if you want something, work for it. You can't sit down every day and expect say you're gonna take that from people. Things they work hard for. You get me? It wouldn't even somebody if it was a robbery and they came and then pulled me up at gunpoint and robbed me. Let me live. Let me live to come rob me next time then. You
True.
understand?
But that
No.
not sound like robbery because them not take nothing. All them do a
Right. Just
can you up and cut.
right, right. You
And
understand?
obviously somebody out a gate a wait. So that's well thought out, well planned, well precise.
Right. Because even one of the shot him try to shoot me in my head, but miss. Close, 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 close range. Close range. Because the entire side of my face was burned by the bullet
Oh,
that
the eat a it.
yeah, the heat of the bullet from my ears, my face come straight around to about
No
my eye.
graze you, but the heat touch you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just heat alone. So he was obviously it seemed like he was nervous. Yeah, I'm on a call, bro.
And and it's not somebody that you ever seen, you said.
No, it's not somebody that I know. You understand? I only seen him one time. And the one time I seen him, he had crashed on a bike. and me and a associate was there, and we helped him up and brush him off. I'm like, all right, bro, you have to be careful on the bike.
The
And he was
same
like,
man.
the same man. 1 week before, the same man.
What
We
the breadcrumbs you have
yeah,
said?
we pick him up and dust him off, and he was like, yeah, I'm good, bro, thanks. And this, I'm like, yeah, you gotta be careful, man. And then he started asking, because I was gonna do a tattoo on a girl, and he was like, oh, you do tattoo? And I was like, yeah, because the girl was there, and he was like, I want a tattoo, I want to finish up a tattoo. And I was like, all right. Otherwise, from that, I don't know this dude. I don't know him.
And when you saw him, was in your community or was somewhere else?
No, he was not my community. He was out in the town area.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. The only time I ever seen him around my community was the day I got shot. I never seen him around there. Never.
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't know. Some people tell me, oh, it's because maybe you try to take his girl, or number one, I don't even talk to women in Negro. I don't date Negro women, so it could never be because of that, but I don't know, Father Epic. It's just, it's weird. It's just on my chest, and I just kind of want to just get it off.
Steady, Epic, down. Please remember, follow me on all platforms, Father Epic. And please beg your strength to up on YouTube, because I know you're trying to build up the numbers them over there. And if me block anywhere, you can find it on YouTube easy, because over there, steady down. With that being said, excuse me, I'm a kerchief there. Chop breadcrumbs.